Right,
Action!
Me.
Alright, where do you guys want me to start? Which one? 18?
Doesn't make sense.
Alright, yeah, 18. Find an expression. Oh yeah, I did kind of pick and choose a little bit, didn't I? Find an expression for the function whose graph consists of a line segment from the point -2 to the point -1, 0. So let's throw a little mini graph up here. -2, 2, and -1, 0. So we want this line segment right here, okay? Together with the top half of the circle with center, the origin, and radius 1. So the top half of the circle like that. I think that's weird though because they overlap. Is that
Second one.
The second one is like.
oh, -1, 0. Okay, thank you. So there we go. So we're going to there, and then we have this little circle right there. Okay. So does anybody remember what those functions are called? Well, I'll give you a hint. There's two different pieces to the function. So it's a piecewise function, yeah. Okay. So the first piece right here is this little line segment. So we need to come up with an equation for what would be that entire line if this extended forever. So what two pieces of information do we need for that? Slope. So what's the slope? If you start at this point and go to that point, you go down 2 over 1, so the slope is going to be -2. What is the y-intercept? You were looking at my graph, right? And estimating -1. But it's a crap graph. -2, right? Because you know the slope is -2, so from here I'm going to go down 2 over 1, so it's actually going to cross down there at -2. So use your math skills, not your eyeballs. Okay, so the first piece of our function is f of x equals -2x minus 2. And where does that happen? Between what two x values does the graph look like that? -2 to -1. So I go -2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to -1. Okay? Then the next piece is a circle. Did you guys study, do you know the equations for circles at all? A little bit? So do you remember? What's that? Anybody? Give me a general equation for a circle. Yeah, that's the one, Ben. X squared plus y squared. Since it's centered at the origin, it's just x squared plus y squared. What's that? And what's the radius? 1. And then this is supposed to be equal to the radius squared. And 1 squared, of course, is 1. Okay? But I need to solve this because this is f of x equals, this is a y equals thingy, not, you know what I'm saying? So how do I solve that for y? 2 steps.
Squared.
Huh? Subtract x squared. I will show my steps. So y squared equals 1 minus x squared, and then do what? Square root both sides. And the square root of y squared, of course, is y. What's the square root of 1 minus x squared? Nice. We're going to say 1 minus x, and I'm going to have to send you out. Can't do that. Can't square root individual things. Okay. Plus or minus the square root of 1 minus x squared, because remember when you take the square root of something you get a plus and a minus. But for our piece, which one do we want, the plus or the minus? Probably the plus, because we want the top half. So the rest of our function is the square root of 1 minus x squared, and that is in between what x values? negative 1 and 1. Now, we already used the negative 1 here, because I've got my less than or equal to, so this one I have to go negative 1 less than x, less than or equal to 1. And then I think a lot of times the books put a little fancy bracket thing here. Alright. Okay, anything else?
22.
Excuse me?
22.
I thought you said number 2. 22?
Oh, yeah.
22. Small appliance manufacturer finds that it costs $9,000 to produce E. So it's $9,000 for 1,000 toaster ovens, and $12,000 to make 1,500. Okay? Express the cost as a function of the number of toaster ovens produced, assuming that it is linear, then sketch the graph. So basically what they have done for us here is they have given us 2 points. And we just need to find the equation in between those 2 points. Bless you. Does it tell us which one we want to use as the independent of the no? Okay. So I have 1 point that's 9,000, 1,000, and another point that's 12,000, 1,500. And I need to find the equation of the line in between those 2 points. Go. What do I do first? We just kind of like did it on the last problem. Don't all talk at once. Raise your hand before you speak. Don't blow it out. Andrew, you got it?
Nope.
Did he have it?
Yeah.
What is it? You can speak for him.
Yeah.
Well, not what he answered. How did he do it?
Oh.
What did he do first?
You find the difference between the y values and
Okay, good. So the first thing that that was you, Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh. So first thing you have to do is find the slope. So y2 minus y1 is 500, and x2 minus x1 is 3,000, which reduces to 5 over 30, or 1/6. Okay, so for every new toaster that they make, it's going to cost them another 1/6 of something. Okay, so there's our slope. How do I find the y-intercept this time, since we do not have a graph? A lot of crickets in this class. Plug in what? Okay, into what? Into your old friend y equals mx plus b? Yeah. Okay, which one would you like to use, Dan? Okay, 9,000, 1,000. So I'm going to plug in 1,000 here. And then 1/6 for the m, 9,000 there. And we're trying to figure out what b is, right? So what's a sixth of 9,000? Anybody figure out? Anybody got that?
Mr. Aldridge's room is scholarship.
1,500.
1,500, nice. 1 point for Mr. Aldridge's class. Okay, so my
I can
y-intercept
find out
is
for you.
going
Can I
to
get
be
your name and number?
negative 500. That's
Would it be
easy.
possible to
For
send you
that.
an email or to get back to you somehow?
Okay, so
Yeah, I can text you. Let me grab my pen.
1/6 x minus 500. Everything okay?
Yeah. Okay, what's your number?
Did we do it backwards? Okay, so now you know how to do it.
1830, and then you want to know if the kids need a ride to go
Why did you
practice?
say the toaster ovens would do the x values?
Or if the school's going to. Okay,
So
I'll text
just
you
said,
in like,
right, so you said you decide how many toasters you're going to make and then you cost depends on that, right? So, okay, so you had it the other way around?
Okay.
Well, no, I had it like we did.
Oh, okay, well, now you
Right,
get to do it the
okay,
other way
I can,
around. So what was
I
it?
can give you a
1,000
text in probably about a half
toaster
hour
ovens was
when you start lecturing.
$9,000?
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.
And then 1,500 toaster ovens cost $12,000? Okay, so do the same thing we just did. Now you know how to do it, but flip the X and the Y around, okay? Point for Mitch Aldish's class, go ahead, just read it out loud. It's money for us. We're winning. Come on, Andrew, don't let us down.
All right, y equals 6x plus 3,000.
Okay, so that's not surprising that when we did it the other way, instead of the slope being 1/6, it was 6. You're not allowed in here, traitor.
I told you.
Yeah. That's your last time.
You missed me?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, y equals 6x plus 3,000, and when we flip the points, obviously instead of going 1 over 6, it's going to be 6 over 1, right? The slope is just the other way around. Okay, we don't need to graph that. You guys all know how to graph the thing. We'll mostly do that on our calculators in this class anyway. So is that A? B, what does the slope represent?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the answer.
that's what it is.
Okay, was there a C? What does the slope represent?
Yeah.
Right. Increase of $6 for every toaster. Okay? Okay, and then what's the y-intercept of the graph?
I'm going with the initial costs of making toasters.
3,000, and the initial cost is associated with making how many toasters? 0. Okay, so if you made no toasters, cost of producing 0 toasters. So it cost you $3,000 to make no toasters. So how many toasters have you guys made today? You're all out $3 grand. Oh yeah. I need to do something, no? Okay, anything else? We're good?